guys, it's ASMR time here, and this is gonna be the next part here now. We're gonna be talking about, we're gonna read about a few characters, but it's gonna be mostly about characters from the cinematic universe. Like Scarlet Witch here. Okay. I'm just gonna move this here. Here we go. So, Scarlet Witch, real name Wanda Maximoff, also known as Wanda Frank, Wanda Magnus, occupation adventurer, base Europe, height 5 feet 7 inches, weight 130 pounds, eyes blue, hair auburn. First appearance X-Men number 4, March 1964. Possessed ability to affect probability fields to cause unlikely events to occur. Could make objects spontaneously burst into flame, rust, or decay. Her hex bolts could also deflect flying objects and disrupt energy transmissions or fields. However, recent evidence seems to indicate that the Scarlet Witch has lost her mutant powers. Okay. So right here it says, after Magneto rescued the Scarlet Witch from certain death. Sorry, I can't really see. Okay. She and her brother Quicksilver became members of his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. They didn't learn that Magneto was actually their father until many years later. So yeah, Magneto from X-Men is her and Quicksilver's father. Studying witchcraft has helped the Scarlet Witch hone her control over her mutant abilities. Through gestures and mental concentration, Scarlet Witch creates finite pockets of force that can disrupt reality. She can hurl these hex spheres at her intended targets. In this picture here it says, suffering from a breakdown, Scarlet Witch altered reality enough to disassemble the Avengers and eliminate most of Earth's mutants. Yeah. Wanda Maximoff up here is the daughter of Eric Magnus Lenscher, also known as the Mutant Criminal, Magneto, and the twin sister of Pietro Maximoff, the former Avenger, Quicksilver. Wanda's mother ran away from Magneto while she was pregnant, and fearing her husband would exploit her unborn children, gave her twins up for adoption. And then they were adopted by like these farmers or something. Okay, so the Scarlet Witch and the Vision were married in the same ceremony that united Mantis and Kotati. I don't know what that's a weird word. So yeah. Now let's go to her brother. So here. Here it is, Quicksilver. Real name, Pietro Maximoff. Occupation, adventurer. Base, various. Height, 6 feet. Weight, 175 pounds. Eyes, blue. Hair, silver. First appearance, X-Men number 4, March 1964. Quicksilver possesses the mutant ability to run at superhuman speeds over great distances. His top speed is alleged to be 175 miles per hour. He can 175 miles is not fast enough, actually, in my opinion. He can create a whirlwind by running in circles. His temper can be quick as his feet. I don't think this is correct. Well, maybe in here, but in the movie, X-Men, the time one, the one that they go back in time, what's it called? I have it. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. But the Quicksilver in that movie isn't the same one as this one. And both of the one in X-Men and then the one in Avengers Age of Ultron both seem to have the ability to be speed fast enough to that could slow time down, that they could see things in a different speed because they're so fast. So 175 miles per hour is not fast enough to be considered, their speeds are supposed to be like Mach 4, Mach 6 or whatever, like insane speeds. Anyways, the son of Magneto, Pietro, and his twin sister Wanda, Scarlet Witch, grew up never knowing their father's identity. While pregnant with them, their mother, Magda, fled from Magneto and gave birth to them in the hills of Wandagore Mountain. The gypsy family of Django Maximoff raised the children, but when their mutant powers first showed, Pietro and Wanda were persecuted as demons. So right here it says Quicksilver eventually turned against Magneto, in reality his long-lost father, and became a valued member of the Avengers, along with his sister. Wow, in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Quicksilver experienced superhuman combat against the X-Men, including Cyclops. Quicksilver is a member of the ultimate team of Avengers who hail from parallel Earth in another dimension of the multiverse. Interesting. Since childhood, Quicksilver has been overly protective of his unstable sister, Scarlet Witch. So yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna read this little paragraph here. Magneto found them during his hunt for members of his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. As Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they engaged in a series of battles with the X-Men, remaining with the Brotherhood only because of the debt they felt they owed Magneto. When the first incarnation of the Brotherhood dissolved, Pietro and his sister went into seclusion, vowing never again to use their powers for evil. Okay, so who's next? Let's see. Let's go with. I already did the Human Torch. occupation. Wait, real name is Dr. Henry, and then in quotation marks says Hank. So his nickname, his real name is Henry, but I guess they call him Hank. Pim, occupation, adventurer, biochemist, roboticist, manager, Avengers compound, base, Grayscale, New York, Avengers compound, LA, California. Height, 6 feet. Weight, 185. Eyes, blue. Hair, blonde. First appearance, Tales to Astonish. Number 27, January 1962. By ingesting Pym particles, either as a serum, gas, or capsule, Henry Pym can shrink to the size of an ant or grow up to be 200 feet tall. He can also change the size of objects using the cybernetic helmet. Pym can communicate with ants and command them to do his bidding. With each change of Henry Pym's superhero identity came a costume change as well. So the first is Ant-Man, but this is the one that I saw in the cartoon that I watched. This is the one that he dresses up as, and then he starts dressing up as Yellow Jacket. So Ant-Man's here, and then Goliath is number 2, and then Yellow Jacket. Ant-Man, Henry Pym could shrink himself so small that he could ride atop an ant. Ant-Man's cybernetic helmet contains technology that allows him to communicate with and command ants to do his bidding. The wasps are in danger. The Pym particles in the serum that Henry Pym uses to alter his size can prove difficult to control. Here, the effort it took to return to normal size caused Pym to lose consciousness. So, in the movie of Ant-Man, the one that's coming out in July, I think, he's probably going to be able to go in ant size and normal size the same way from the cartoon, because the serum, I've never heard of that before, only in here. So this is one Ant-Man here. This is probably the one we'll see in the movie. There's also 2 more Ant-Mans that I've never heard of, but I found them. Ant-Man number 2, and then Ant-Man number 3. So this is the costume that you'll be using. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm speaking so close that I got spit on the screen. Okay, so real name. Let's start with Ant-Man number 2. Scott Edward Lang. Occupation, adventurer, former burglar, electronics technician, base, Avengers Mansion, height 6 feet, weight 190 pounds, eyes blue, hair blonde, first appearance Avengers Volume 1, number 181, March 1979. Possess ability to shrink himself in other objects and people, usually to ant-sized balls or to microscopic level. Cybernetic helmet allows him to telepathically control. Allows him telepathic control of ants. His helmet amplifies his voice so that he can be heard by normal-sized human. Interesting. I didn't know that about the helmet thing. As Ant-Man, Scott was just half in tall. What is that? Half was eventually arrested and sent to prison after being paroled for good behavior. Okay, so I think maybe this is the one we'll see in the movie Scott Edward Lang. Okay. He was eventually arrested and sent to prison after being paroled for good behavior. He worked at Stark Industries. His wife divorced him but gave him custody of their daughter, Casey. Scott learned that Casey needed an expensive heart operation, but her surgeon had been kidnapped. He resorted to burglary, breaking into the home of Dr. Hank Pym. Yeah, and then he steals his Ant-Man costume. After rescuing the surgery and saving Casey, Scott turned himself in, but Pym decided to allow him to continue as Ant-Man. Yeah, this whole thing, but it was kind of different in the cartoon. This happens, but instead his daughter was kidnapped, and he goes and robs some banks with the costume he stole from Hank Pym. So yeah, and Hank Pym actually created Ultron, not Tony and Bruce. After rescuing the surgeon, Scott often aided the Avengers and eventually joined the team. When his ex-wife learned that he was the new Ant-Man, she sued and won custody of Casey. Scott was later killed in action when the Scarlet Witch disassembled the Avengers. Okay, and then there's Fantastic Four. Okay, Eric O'Grady, occupation member of the Thunderbolts, base mobile, height 5 feet 10 inches, weight 115. Wow, he's very skinny. Eyes brown. It is like weight for a female. Hair blonde. First appearance the irredeemable Ant-Man #1, September 2006. So this is a newer Ant-Man. I'm sorry about that. Eric O'Grady. Oh wait, can grow to giant size and shrink to ant size and back with the touch of a button on his helmet, which allows him to communicate with ants. His armor featured a jetpack and a pair of metallic tentacles. Eric O'Grady was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. assigned to monitor duty with his best friend Chris McCarthy. Eric accidentally knocked out Hank Pym, and Chris wound up wearing a new Ant-Man suit that Pym was designing for S.H.I.E.L.D. Chris was killed when the villain attacked the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and Eric donned the armor and fled. After various misadventures, the cowardly Eric assumed a new identity and took a job with Damage Control. I guess that's like a group or something. During World War Hulk, he tried to attack the Hulk from inside but was blown out the Hulk's nose. Later, Eric found himself part of the 50 State Initiative. That's awesome. During this time, he avoided most fights by shrinking away. However, he won a commendation for his work during Secret Service with the during the Secret Invasion. This earned him a spot on the roster of the latest version of the Thunderbolts. Alright, so I think that will be it for now. I hope you guys enjoy, and I would really appreciate comments down below of who would you like to see next. If you have a favorite character that I haven't read yet in any of my previous videos, I'm actually gonna start making a list so that I don't repeat myself. Because I just realized, recently that I might get confused if I keep making videos. I'm probably gonna forget which character I read about and which character I haven't. video was the